Kia ora whānau, happy Saturday, actually Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to you. I hope you guys are having a great day. My name is Simon. I'm a Thermomix consultant based out in the very rainy West Auckland at the moment, and I've got a great recipe to show you today. So my recipe is actually a user-created recipe, which means that it's a recipe that I've made up and I've entered it into my Thermomix so that I can go through and cook it on the machine. Now, if you want this recipe, just reach out. I have made it so it's Thermomix ready and I can send you a link, so feel free to flick me a message. Hey guys, thanks for joining me. I'm really excited about this slice. I have made it a couple of times before and it is delicious. I actually think it's better than the very famous Seriously Lemon slice. So by all means make it, give me your feedback and let me know if you think it's better than that pretty amazing slice. So if you don't know how to get to your creative recipes in your Thermomix, it's really easy. So down the left hand side of the screen, I am going to touch the picture of the book, the third one down. And then I'm going to go across the tabs, across the top to created recipes. So this is where all the recipes you've entered are sitting on your Thermomix. And here it is, just sitting there, Simon's lemon and coconut slice. This recipe is really easy, but I'm going to do it in two parts. The first part is the base, and then the second part is the topping. So I'll do a live for the base, and then I'll let you know while it's cooking. I'll jump off, and I'll jump back on Facebook Live again when it's time to do the topping. So here we go. My recipe is up. I'm going to click start. Now, created recipes look a little bit different from your regular cookadoo recipes, but they pretty much operate the same. So yeah, here we go. So to start the recipe off, I've got my oven preheating to 160 degrees. That's 180 if it's not fan forced, 160 if it is. And I have greased and lined my my slice tin. Now my slice tin is the Mix Shop Lamington tray. It's really good, perfect size for this dish. Hey guys, thanks for joining me. So into my bowl, I'm going to add 125 grams of butter. Now I've already pre-weighed my butter, but as you can see my scales have popped up anyway because it's a weighed ingredient. So in that goes. Look at that, bang on. So I'm going to tick the box, hit next, and now we're just going to melt the butter. Just hit the play and away we go. Is anyone else making this recipe for a cook along with me? Love to get your feedback, guys. It's a really good recipe. Right, here we go. Now, when you finish your cooking step, remember with manual cooking, you need to tick the box to say it's done, and then click next. Cool. And there's my butter, all nicely melted. Now, for this recipe, we're going to use cup or quantities, not weights. So into this now, we're going to add 3/4 of a cup of high grade flour. So 3/4 of a cup. 1, 2, 3. Take that ingredient off, and we're going to add 1/2 cup of a desiccated coconut. Now I'm using shredded coconut for this one, because again I quite like little mouthfuls of yumminess. So yeah, instead of using your traditional desiccated, I'm using shredded. So 1/2 cup. So 1, and again, once you've made the recipe once, if you want to tissue with it, go for it. So 1/2 cup of that. We're also putting 1/2 cup of rolled oats in. And in case you're wondering how I came up with this recipe, I actually saw on a Australian recipe group, someone put up a photo and said, oh, I've just had the most divine lemon coconut slice. But they weren't sharing the recipe. So I thought, oh, that sounds yummy. And so I popped into AI and said, I would like a lemon coconut slice recipe. And it asked me lots of different questions. It said, you know, how lemony do you want it? How sweet do you want it? All that kind of thing. So I went through the initial recipe and tweaked it. And it's just great. And then at the last step of my AI exploration, I just said to it, can you turn it into a Thermomix recipe? And it immediately converted it. And as I say, this is my third time making it now. It's really good. You need it in your lives. And we're also going to do half a cup of lightly packed brown sugar. So if you guys want to do this, it's really easy. Just click the link for the recipe. It'll pop up and say, do you wish to import this into your Cookadoo database? You say yes. And then it will just appear under your created recipes. So yeah, nice and easy, guys. All the hard work's done for you. And last of all, 1 teaspoon of lemon zest. So I really like lemon, so I'm going to put in a big teaspoon. Actually, I might put in a little bit more. I do like extra lemony goodness. Next step. And now we're just going to mix this together. 10 seconds, speed number 4. Cool, let's see what we got. Yum. So this is our base. Look at that. Yum, this smells so good. And then all we're going to do, tick the box, next step is done. We're going to tip the mixture into our lined and greased lamington tray. Now we want to get the bowl as clean as possible, but saying that, where we make the topping, we're not actually going to clean the bowl. So don't be too stressed if there's little bits hanging around the blade and things like that, because it is going to go eventually into the topping. Cool. So now what I'm going to do is push it down, and you want it quite firmly pushed down. And this really is a beautiful base. It is so good. So, nicely pushed down. And when it comes out, this is almost like a muesli bar, but quite a sweet muesli bar base. Okay. So that's our base made. So, following the steps now, this is going to bake for 12 to 15 minutes at 180 degrees or 160 if you're using a fan-based oven. So, I'm going to drop this in the oven and I'm going to cook it for my 12 to 15 minutes. Once my base has come out of the oven, it will be lightly golden and I will jump back on Facebook Live and take you guys through the second part. I hope you can join me when I come back. See you in about 15 to 20 minutes. See ya. Hi again. Hey, this is part 2 of my lemon and coconut live bake cook. So if you have been following before, I've already made the base and the base has now been cooked in the oven. And I'll show you what it looks like. The kitchen smells amazing. So this is the base. As you can see, it's just lightly golden. And that took about 15 minutes at 160 degrees. So now we're going to carry on with the lemon curd layer, which goes on top of this. Now you need to put the lemon curd layer on the hot base. So as soon as it comes out of the oven, normally you'd have the next layer ready to pour on. So here we go. Now if you remember, I haven't cleaned my bowl, so my bowl has still got a little bit of the base ingredients in it, and that is all good. So here we go. Into the bowl we are going to add 1 cup of caster sugar. Oh, just a little bit short of caster sugar, so I'm just going to drop in a little bit more of brown sugar, just to give that a little bit of extra bit of quantity there. Now you do actually need to have the right amount of sugar in this recipe because it can be quite tart, so that the sweetness counteracts that beautiful lemon flavour. So here we've got our 1 cup of caster sugar, in it goes, followed by 2 tablespoons of high-grade flour. Kitchen smells so good, guys, absolutely amazing. So 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons, I'm going to take that ingredient off, and now we're going to add 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. Now I've never had baking powder in a lemon curd middle mixture before, so this is quite interesting, but it works beautifully. Hey Donna! So this is the second part of my my creative recipe for a lemon and coconut slice, and it is beautiful. Stunning. You need it in your lives. Into this we're going to add 2 eggs. So I use size 7 eggs for all my baking. 1, 2 eggs. Now you guys know that you don't throw your eggshells out, right? So what I've got here on my bench, I just have a little container. So what I use these for is when I'm doing a pre-clean on the Thermomix, I throw in a couple of eggshells and it creates a little bit of extra abrasion. So if you have got any little caramelized bits, really things sitting on the bottom of your bowl, yeah, just wash them out, because otherwise if you just have the eggshells on your bench, you're going to get a lot of ants and flies. So just quickly give them a quick rinse and then they're fine. And I have to keep mine on my bench because otherwise I forget. So if I have it sitting out, I know, that's right, I'm doing a pre-clean on my Thermomix, I'll put a couple of eggshells in. Hey guys, welcome back. So in here we've got 1 cup of caster sugar, 2 tablespoons of flour, 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, 2 eggs, and now 2/3 of a cup of fresh lemon juice. So we're going to find my 1/3 of a cup. So 2/3 of a cup of fresh lemon juice. 1. Oh, just short. Hang on a minute. Got the handy dandy bought stuff, but fresh is always better. So 2/3 of a cup of freshly squeezed lemon juice and 1 tablespoon of our lemon zest. So as I said when I started the base, I typically just grab 2 lemons and I peel them, and in this case I've finely chopped them. That's about the right amount you need, so I'm just going to dump the whole lot in. And as I said, you really do need that level of sugar in it to counteract that the lemon. Cool. Now lid on, and we're going to mix this for 15 seconds at speed 4. Here we go. Okay, let's have a look, see what we got. Yum. And as I said before, it doesn't matter if you haven't cleaned your bowl between the base and this, because all your base stuff will just be brought into your topping. So that looks beautifully mixed. Now, we are going to pour this on top of the hot base. So the base has just come out of the oven. And it's just going to sit. And we're just going to scrape all that beautiful lemon zest out of it. Right. Give me a minute, I'm just going to drop this in the oven and I'll come back and tell you the last step. Hey, the lovely Lutasha. Yeah, well, thanks. You do. This recipe is amazing. It's one I've created with a little bit of help from AI. I think it's possibly the best lemon slice I've ever had. That's how good it is. Okay. I'm just going to go and drop this in the oven, guys. And again, it's going to cook for 15 to 18 minutes at 160 degrees. Or until the middle is just cooked. Awesome. Now, if you haven't used your timer on your Thermomix, it's really easy to get to. What we're going to do is hit the line, or what's called the cooking center at the top of the screen. We're going to hit the picture of the clock, and that's our timer. So I'm going to set this for 15 minutes, and then we'll check it again. And again, we want it just cooked, so it's just wobbly in the middle, and away that goes. Okay, so my timer is now running. Now to go back to the recipe, I'm going to click the little bar at the top, the cooking center. This is the recipe I'm running, and I click the picture. Okay. So once it is finished cooking, we're going to wash and dry the bowl, and then into the bowl we're going to put in half a cup of desiccated coconut, 2 tablespoons of icing sugar, remember to make your own icing sugar, and 1 tablespoon of melted butter. So this is going to be that beautiful coconut flaky topping that sits on the top. It really is good, guys. We're going to mix that for 5 seconds at speed 3. Then we're going to sprinkle that on top of the just cooked curd top. And then we're going to put it back in the oven for another 5 minutes. So what we want to do is get a lovely toasted coconut topping to it. So yeah, and that's it, guys. It's really, really easy. I was going to put up a picture of the first time I made it, but I accidentally ate it all. So this time I promise I will put a picture up of my slice. I will put a picture of my slice, so come back to my Facebook page, and when my slice is complete, I'll put an image up. Yeah, have a great Valentine's Day, guys. Please try this slice. If you like lemon and coconut, it is phenomenal. It is really good. Have a great day, and I'll catch up with you guys hopefully at the garage party in Auckland. See you later. Bye-bye.